Let's get it started in here. And we are live, my friends. Hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? Tonight, it's just me fighting for the wooden spoon, my friends. I am going all in to not get the wooden spoon, right? It hurt when Mama used it. It hurts now, too. I lost the first round. I lost the second round. Now I'm going hard in this third one. Let's look at it real quick. He just beat me. He outperformed me. I made some stupid choices, but now here we are. I am going up against Hiromatsu. Who I don't know what that means. Darchulas! What's up, my friend? How are you? How was your Sunday? How was your weekend? Pie Guy should be on his way. As always, or as recently, we are double streaming. We are over on Twitch and YouTube. I forgot what I was saying. So that's a thing. Tonight, up top, let me go over this real quick. Now, Hero, strangely enough, we'll talk about this in a minute. His roster is dominant. I'm very nervous. Mickey Johnson, welcome. So we've got, that's right, Grundy, what's up? So we've got Lord Vader up top. We've got Mon Mothma, Vader, Darth Vader. We have the fifth brother, which is interesting. Malgus. Look at this. I'm not happy. I'm going to be going up against Shrek. Fifth brother, Shrek. It's going to be a whole thing. I still haven't seen it. I'm so excited to watch that. I'm ready for episode 2. I haven't seen episode 1. What am I looking at? I'm looking over here as I'm talking. I'm not seeing a lot of Datacrons here, and that might be a good thing, right, for me. That probably is. Now Darth Traya, he's got Traya right here. Interesting though, nothing on Traya. Like, not even Relic, which I'm really happy about. And then we've got Brood, we've got Palps, we've got Qui-Gon, and then we've got this little trickster. We've got Basti, Lightside Basti, but then friggin' he's got Luke behind her. I mean, obviously this is a good team that people have been using, but for someone like me, I see that, I'm like, ugh, that's just deceitful. It's like hiding Luke in plain sight. So let me take a look at this. So he's got, as far as his ship inventory, he's got the Scythe. I'm gonna just bring up his capital ships. This dude, he is aquatic at the very least. The profundity, he's got them all. The fact, look at this. He has got every single one, right? Am I echoing? Oh, that should be better now. He has got every single galactic legend, right? This is redonkulous. But let's scroll down. Let's check out how fluffy his bottom is. All right, now he's got a pretty fluffy bottom. He's got a very fluffy bottom. There we go. I don't know why I chose Vandor Chewy to look at, but yeah, let's go. Hiromatsu. Let's go ahead and check out here in the bottom. Let's start with this whole Basti one. Oh man, this is going to be a tough one. So Darth Malgus will use we'll use some right people. Lord Vader is an interesting one as well. Actually, Lord Vader, we could use... Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and go to Lord Vader real quick. I'm going to give it a shot. I haven't done it yet. Right, this is a Relic 9 Vader. Now, he doesn't have a single Datacron. But that's okay for us, for our purposes, because we don't want him to have a Datacron. Let's go ahead and use Darth Nihilus, and then we'll get this fella, and then we'll get old Darth Treya. We're gonna give this a shot. I've never done this. Especially evasion up and health steal is a good thing. Critical chance, damage up off. Let's do this. I don't have a better one that I think of. Yep, let's just do this. Let's go with this one, and let's go in. Yes, I did. What did I say? Omicron? Yeah, he doesn't have a Datacron. I'm drinking out of my red Solo cup because that's what's up. I know that people are like, you know, planet and Earth and stuff. Rusty Jason! What's up, man? How are ya? We need a Separatist tank. To be completely honest, I think the Separatist tank should be the tank. Like, I don't know. Now, so, oh man, that's a good question. I'll open that up to the peeps of the chat. Congratulations, Rusty. That's awesome, dude. Rusty Jason over on YouTube says that he's going to be a dad. That's awesome. I tell you, being a dad like changes things. I mean, not for me. I still eat off the floor and I'm still super unhealthy and, you know, whatever, but it's a great, it's awesome. That's awesome. So Grundy over on Twitch says, congrats. So as far as the tank goes, let's talk about this. One of my favorite characters in the Clone Wars cartoon was oh my crap. Balls. He's elephant guy. Elephant Trunk Master. I'm forgetting his name entirely. Let's do this. I'm gonna look him up. Not. That's who I'm thinking of. I knew it would hit me eventually. So he's the one that I want to say was in the film where Ahsoka's being introduced. And like he's the one that Kenobi and he have like tea together, and they okay, Mickey, I think you might be right. Ganat would be interesting. He is a general. He is a you know, what do you call it? Let me shift that down just a teensy bit. He is a general. He is a character that's, I don't know, functional. But now that you've said Dirge, I mean, yeah, Dirge would be awesome. But was Dirge separatist? Was he a separatist character? I knew him from like, was it the Old Republic? I might be mistaken, but like, was he a separatist character? Let's go ahead and do. Let's do Basti and get this done nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and do my electric spaghetti. Dirge would be dope though. I would love to see Dirge in the game because he'd be a great character, right? And an amazing tank. He would be fun to say the least. To say the least, he would be awesome. Hold on, I'm getting a text from my Charons. So I gotta be honest, guys. If I'm Lancer Dirge, where was I? So I gotta be honest. I am, like, as you can see, I'm in a new room. This is my new studio. But it's contested territory, to be completely honest. This is, as you guys know, I'm redoing my basement, but like, it's an interesting situation because, my wife wants to do something with this room, and it's like, but I have my studio. What do I do there? It's just so I'm upstairs and I haven't soundproofed it yet. So I'm worried that, like, you know, a slacker solo on this with Jedi Master Skywalker? Ooh, I don't know, man. Would that work? This can time out. I think you underestimate the electric spaghetti. Electric spaghetti that that's my electric spaghetti sound. Dude, I made some chicken tonight. So good. Slacker beats the solo. Good to know for future attempts. But yeah, especially if they've got a health build on J. All right, that makes sense. So who should I be going after then? Should I just be going straight Jedi Master Luke, and then when I use my electric spaghetti, it will take out Basti? Or should I take out Basti? Right? What's the SOP here? Well, we'll figure it out. One way or the other, I'm going to kill Basti. That's going to happen. Electric spaghetti. Yeah, this looks like it might not. It might get a timeout. So I click auto and pray. That's a good idea. And with that, let's go ahead and bring it down a notch and let's get real and let's talk. I actually have no idea what I'm going to say, but oh, so outrageous Okona. That's what I'm doing, man. That's some solid advice. And yeah, I think I'm bummed. He's got that protection up and it's not going anywhere. And I'm not getting I mean, I have Inquisitors, but are they decent? I mean, I wouldn't say they're decent in like a moral way because the Inquisitors aren't necessarily decent people. But also, as far as like my characters go, not even a little bit. The Inquisitors are driving me absolutely batty. Just the farm is ridiculous. I mean, I'm all over the place with my farm right now because it's such a frustrating position to be in. And I'm saying this as an in-game player with an amazing roster. Like, I am fluffy bottom all the way. It is like cellulitis. That's how fluffy my bottom is. And like, I've got everyone to be pretty decent, you know? And so, like, who do you farm when you have almost everyone you need. And so right now I'm actually farming those early game characters that I haven't really put much time and effort into. And so this is just like insulting. Like it's frustrating. So for those of you who don't know, probably don't, but there's a Facebook group called It's Always Sunny on Tatooine. And it's essentially It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia memes mixed with Star Wars memes, right? And it is hilarious. And so there's this one I saw today, and it was a picture of Frank. So if you're familiar with It's Always Sunny, it's Frank. It's Danny DeVito, and he's sitting there, and he's got these guns, and he's like, anyways. So then I just started like electrocuting everybody, and it's like Palpatine every trilogy, and it's like, yeah, that seems to be his go-to, his dominant move. All right, so speaking of Palps, let's go and attack Palps. I feel like it's right. It's the right thing to do. Let's see, he's got that team. Oh, see, I should have used, yeah. Let's do that. 63% win rate. I like them odds. I'm going to use... Nope. I've gotten stuck on this a couple of times. Screw that. I do have Jabba. Yes. I believe last time I used Jabba the Hutt on I think it was a Gear 6 team, and it was delightful. Like it was a lot of fun. 100% loved it. Let's see. So he's got Malgus. He's got the good Malgus. Yeah, I'm gonna go the team that I know wins, and I'm gonna bring in Slacker. Slacker. Got lonely on YouTube. Oh, Rusty Jason, we don't want you to be lonely. I mean, we're not gonna do anything about it. Like, I'm not gonna like show up at your house and be like, "Oh, Rusty Jason, are you lonely?" Because that's not this type of show. That's not the type of show that I run. Let's do this one, because why not? Do I have... Yeah, let's do it. Let's open up with that thing. Rusty Jason jumps over to Twitch. You know, I feel like it's gonna happen, and I'm kind of okay with it at this point. The wooden spoon. I mean, Nev makes fun of me enough, and I'm used to it, because he's British, and he just... to be honest, and I'm sure Nev is on here, I think he's jealous that he grew up in Britain and I grew up in Texas. And I can understand that. I can. As a Texan, I'm like, yeah, I understand that people get jelly over that. And I would be jelly too. I mean, but then he had great fish. He has like a much cooler accent than I do. But he's gonna mock me mercilessly if I get a wooden spoon here. And I'm prepared for that. I am. Rusty, what are you saying no to? That I went with these guys? The Stab. Stab, stab. Thrash, thrash. Stab. So, I think it was on the stream a couple of weeks ago. As a Brit, I can honestly say I'm jealous you grew up. See, yeah, that's just my thinking. Yeah, I can understand that. You Brits in your football, which we as Americans call soccer, and I saw another meme today that was like, a basketball court is as long as a blue whale, right? Or a blue whale is as long as a basketball court is longer than blue whales. And then someone's commented in the section below that was like, Americans always using anything but the metric system to to measure size. And then then the response to that was, you come within 3 blue whales of me and say that to my face. Or come within 3 blue whales of America and say that to my face. It was funny. And we do. And why do we not use the metric system? Because we've got our stuff together. That's what it comes down to. All right, I'm gonna go. Let's do this whole palps thing. Where are you, Palpy? Do I want to do? I'm telling you, it's the meat. It's our ability to connect with meat. There's just something about it that brings in a level of happiness that it's just hard to beat. You know, you can't beat a Texan's meat. It's just delicious, and there's no innuendo in that. None that I can think of. I'm telling you, like, not in my house. We eat meat. We do. Because if given the chance, cows would eat you and everything that you love. Actually, in England, and I want to say this was like back in the 1400s, 1300s, they had a cow that was super aggressive. Right? And I know, man, this is what I do. My teacher pay. It's how I roll, baby. Work for the government. Woohoo! But anyways, they had a cow that would actually attack people. And I'm not talking like, and this was like a dairy cow that would do it. So it wasn't like a, like a bull, or it was like an aggressive cow. Like they would fight. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they ate human flesh. Like 90% sure. Steakhouses in Amarillo. Okay, outrageous Okono. I have to ask, did you go to the Big Texan? Because there is a steakhouse. So essentially, if you're on a freeway and you get into Amarillo, one of the first things you see is this restaurant that actually looks like a circus. And they serve a 74-ounce, 84-ounce steak. It's like 5 pounds of steak. And if you eat that, plus, I think it's like a side of fries, or maybe it's a baked potato, and I forget what it is. It was a baked potato, fries, and a drink. Like, you got it for free. I've wanted to go on a road trip just so that I could eat there. I mean, it's been that long. Let's do who's good against the Brood. Yeah, it's a ridiculous challenge. I mean, Like it's just insane. I mean, like I'm all about you know, a good meat. I'm all about a good challenge of some kind. But have you ever been to a Smithfield Chicken and Bar? I have not. That sounds delightful. I'm gonna throw in Thrawn because I want to. I don't think I need him, but I'm gonna do it just in case. Smithfield Chicken. I made some pretty awesome chicken tonight. It was called Marry Me Chicken. Ooh. And it was kind of like a lightly fried chicken, and it had it was fried in, let's see, olive oil and butter, which I don't know if you can get a better like recipe. Like it was perfect. Like it was really good. And then I served it over some angel hair pasta, because angel hair is my favorite pasta. Like it just is. Like there's nothing to it. Like you bite into it and it's just like kissing heaven, right? It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, the way that I cook steak, it's rare to medium. And the reason I do that is because like if you cook in the amount and the quantities that I cook and the size that I cook, like you're cooking a steak that's like this thick, right? And when you reheat it, if you're cooking it medium rare to medium rare, only a little bit of that redness goes out, which is like super important, right? So Mickey Johnson says that steak's 72 ounces. That's what I was thinking. It was a big one. Let's see. I'm just gonna go Luke here. I'm just gonna do this because why not? Oh no. Blue steak, which for those of you who don't know is they kill the cow. Like they literally just like wipe the cow's butt, cut a piece of its stomach off, and then like sear it on both sides, and that's all. Blue is like just shy of alive. Like like a blue, there's nothing to a blue steak. Like it's barely cooked. And it's great. Like it's so good. There was and what was the teppanyaki steakhouse? It was Benihana. Benihana used to have, or at least in Houston when I would go, they had the all you can eat shrimp or sushi buffet, right? And you $25 for as much sushi as you can get. But on the list of sushi was beef sashimi. Okay, and beef sashimi is legit just blue steak. They season it just on the outside. I think it just season with lemon juice. I don't even know what the hell they do. It's so good. Kill it, wipe its butt, and cut off the horns. Yeah, and it's so good. And so like. I remember one time I went there with a bunch of friends for like a bachelor party. That was our event, and man, it was awesome. It was so much fun because like all we did was just eat this. We ate until we felt sick, and then we ate a little bit more. It was awesome. But I remember getting this beef sashimi, and I got like 4 platters of it, like not like little like small trays, like friggin' platters, and it just pounded it back. It was delicious. Funny story, when my wife was pregnant with my first child, for my birthday, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do beef sashimi. And the way it's cooked is it's like garlic, and not like a ton of it, but it's enough. And we lived in like a small apartment. It was like the worst thing that a person could do to their pregnant spouse who had smelled like, who was bothered by smells. In hindsight, it was not a very good thing for me to have done. But it was delicious. It was so good. Obviously she didn't eat it because it was super rare, and pregnant women aren't supposed to eat, uncooked meats. So Rusty Jason, remember that. Don't. Also, if you want to have a not angry wife, you're like Daredevil when it comes to smelling. You've got like the super sniffer. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, dude, they smell things that you could not. It just, you couldn't. Like, you just can't smell. And then it's like, oh crap, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize that was a thing. And I felt really bad. Honestly, she doesn't. Like, of all the crap that she holds over my head, which is a lot. I've done some really dumb things, and my wife is a very, very forgiving woman, that I don't deserve. But yeah, she doesn't hold that one over my head, which I'm very grateful for. Let's see, who do we want to go with? Vader. Oh man, let's do with Vader. This is an interesting Vader. Let's do these fellas. Jeffrey Dahmer across the hall. You might, man. You might. I mean, he's dead, but there's people like unto him. Let's do I have any light side buffs? Tenacity. That's what we're going with. Oh, I totally was. I held her hair. I tried to, and at least I was awake and I could hear her. I was a pretty heavy sleeper at the time. Yeah, man, let's do this. Give him some turn meter. But, yeah, I tried to take care of as much as I can. Actually, after the stream tonight, the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a little bit for tomorrow for my class, but then it's all cleaning and, getting stuff ready and for tomorrow and just trying to take care of the house a little bit. She's not been feeling super great. And so, I do have the Savage Omni. Omicron. I keep Omicron. I think Omicron, that's from what do you call that? BattleBots. Autobots. Transformers. The Omicron is from Transformers. The Omicron is from Transformers. The Omicron. Ooh. That's awesome, Grundy. I would love my the guy who's finishing my basement. I think I've said this before. He's a college friend of mine. His dad has a farm up in Wyoming, and I've considered getting meat because he has. I say farm. He has a ranch, and I don't know how many he has, but it's like more than I would normally think would be a good number to have. This is interesting. So it looks like Ray is a good counter for these guys. And not even like Ray. This Ray. Is that right? I mean, I'm looking at this. He has Shrek. So no, Ray is not a good counter for this. But yeah, like, And the prices of meat are like going through the roof, right? And I mean, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I am. So I'll just say this. Bill Gates, I know you're listening. Stop artificially raising the prices of meat, right? Normal people like us like steaks and hamburgers and hot dogs. Dude, I had hot dogs for the other day for dinner. I had like 4 hot dogs. It was delicious. I mean, were they, I don't know, like lips, butts, and buttholes? Probably. But was it delicious? Abso-freaking-lutely it was. Who am I going up against? I don't even know. Plagued Heart, welcome. So I'm in a down, so it looks like 500 pounds. All right, I'm in a downward spiral here. Let's go after Luke. Who do we want to use to kill? Eye hole is ear hole, and yeah, right. That's what they're using. Just all of them. Num num num. That's how I ate it. Like it was like so good. Now I'm weird when and you guys can make fun of me all you want. Obviously, you've seen me play. I don't care. You know that there's lots of room. But when I make gas, didn't I just use gas? I think I just used gas. Please no GL. All right. Let's see. Well, who's it? Don't jail this if you don't have to. Who's a good? I mean, I've got some bounty hunters. Let's see. Jedi Master Luke. You know what? Let's do this. Mando. Right? This should work. This. Rosie says, we know you're going to mess up that back wall. Just GL it. No, not a solo. Not a solo. No. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that more often. I think because it's just so expensive to do meat any other way. Jedi Knight Luke, Yoda, and Yoda. I think I just used Jedi Knight Luke, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let's do the Mando team. Who did I have? Was it these guys? Was it Sabine? Yeah, Jedi Knight was used during Vader. Gotcha. Bo-Katan, not Sabine. Just buy a share, you can get it. I'm telling you, like that's what I'm gonna start doing because it's totally worth it. Candy, not armorer. All right. Go and hit him. Let's see. Daze him. Boo! Whoop. Oh, there you go, Candy. I see what you're saying. I see what you did there. Good call, Rusty. Rusty Jason! This has already gone tits up. Really? Is that bad? Have I already lost? I feel like I can't say that I've already lost yet. Half an average cow will feed a family of 4 for about a year. Holy crap. And to think, build the stacks. Uh-oh. Mall is done. Yeah. Run, Canderous! Run! Oh, it's too late. Too late. Good to know. I mean... Let's do this. That's what tips up looks like. All right. You guys give me some advice on Lukey there. I'm gonna jump back up top real quick. Let's do Mon. And I'm looking, I don't know, maybe Wampa? I know the Wampa can do it. But my Wampa's the same, like, we're running pretty similar here, aren't we? Screw it, let's just do Wampa. Do I have any? Nope. I keep jumping in there to see if there's one, but... Wampa. Womp womp. Now me no invite you to snowball dance. Sorry, I haven't watched the Family Guy episode of Star Wars in a long time. Blue Harvest with the dot datacron. Yeah, I don't have the dot datacron. I don't think. Go get him. Go get him. Have I read any good books lately? Oh my gosh. Have I read any good? Yes. So, I have a huge man crush on an author right now by the name of Jonathan Maberry. Now, that may not be how you say his name. It might be Mayberry, but I'm pretty sure it's Maberry. And he's got a number of like series that kind of like all tie in together. So if you've ever read a Stephen King book, you know how like all of his books kind of like his universe is all like built together. And so like, for example, The Stand, the main bad guy in The Stand, is also a bad guy in the Dark Tower series. He's also a bad guy, or he's actually the main bad guy in Eyes of the Dragon. He Randall Flagg. He comes up periodically throughout the book series. There's a number of different things. The priest that's in what is it? The priest that's in Salem's Lot is a main character in the later books of the Dark Tower series. Like, there's a lot of interconnectivity between Stephen King's books and this author that I found, and I probably found him a couple of years ago. Again, Jonathan Maberry. Awesome. So typically what he writes is, I'm going to go for Trench. I am. I don't know if I'm going to get him, but I'm going to try to 7-star this. I'm gonna try to do the challenge or the chase or whatever that thing is called. It's gonna be an interesting day or so, but I'm gonna go for them. Let's do this with these guys. This may backfire on me, but it keeps a GL in my pocket. But this guy, John, oh, what the hell? I don't know what just happened. Yes, I'm looking forward to the Ewok feat. Not even a little bit. My Ewoks are still, the Inquisitor ones were killing me last time, and I was like, I'm not gonna put the effort in. Luckily, they're not as bad, and my Inquisitors are a little better. So, yeah, no kidding. I'm so glad that happened before I went into the battle. But here's the thing. So he normally writes these books that are like shooter type books, kind of like the Bourne series, like the really intense stuff. But his main character is part of a group that works with US and other governments to bring down what do you call that? Bring down essentially paranormal style stuff, right? Book 1 is called garbage. What's it called? Patient Zero or something like that. And so it's about this Army Ranger turned Philly cop turned, I forget the term, but essentially like all of these books kind of go together. Now recently he just entered fantasy. Like he'd never done fantasy before. He wrote this book called Kagan the Damned, and book 2 of that came out just a couple of days ago. And I not only bought it on Audible because the guy who reads it is like, I don't know, like a hippie Jesus, if that's a possible thing. Like he is just such a good orator. Like he's such a good reader, and it is just amazing. But like it's so good. But I also bought the physical copy because, again, when the world ends, I want to be able to have books to read. And so like it's so good. So in the first book, there's this guy who they live in a community, or they live in a kingdom, a world where magic has been eradicated, or at least that's what this kingdom has kind of like built their empire on. Hippie Jesus, episode 2, Kenobi. I could see it. But that's essentially what they've built their entire kingdom on. Like, we've got rid of all the magic because the magic was bad, but the people that did the magic obviously didn't stop. They just went underground, and so they gain power, and they end up killing. They end up taking over this kingdom, and they do it in one night. It's not just this kingdom; it's all of the kingdoms that are like connected to it, and it's just this. And they end up drugging the captain of the guard, kind of a thing, and who is Kagan, right? That's his name, and he goes like half drunk. He wakes up from this stupor and is like, "Oh no!" And then he goes to the palace and just murdering people, like just it's amazing. But so that's book 1. So then book 2, like book 1 ends and you're like, what? I won't tell you how it ends, but it's got this like twist. You're like, no, you kind of saw it coming, but still awesome. Book 1's got this twist, and then book 2 kind of picks up, and it's like, okay, so what's going to happen? What's going to go on? And so, I just read book 2 and it's so good. The Rune Lord series, I'm gonna put that down real quick, cause that's the thing right now. I'm in between my next book that I don't know if you guys can see this because I downsized everything. It is the Resident Evil Nemesis book 6. These books are just fun to read, my friends. Just, they're not great, but they're fun to read. And so, like, I'm going to read this one, but I've got to find a new book to listen to. And right now I'm listening to the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft, which is so long. And it's just so much. And it's tough. Let's do... Who do I use? What GL should I use here? So these books are really fun. They're the novelization of the games, so they're not like the most amazing read, but it's just a fun read. You know, the thing that I love about reading is it, like, you get sucked into the universe, right? And instead of spending like 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour on a movie or TV show, or 3 hours on a TV show, 2 hours on a TV show, you're spending like days immersed in this world, and it's so much. Do I know where his cooldowns are? No, not off the top of my head. You know, I don't pay attention to that stuff, Rusty Jason, like I should. But that's what I love about reading. But yeah, I just got to figure some stuff out. So I'm looking at Ray. Hold on. Let's bring up Ray. Bring up, what's his face? All right. He doesn't even have great mods on him. I mean, they're good mods. Buff immunity on the target. Special. Encounter. Oh, that was the basic. Tenacity down. Cooldowns 4. Cooldowns 4. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to them. Let's do. I mean, I've got like what, Palps and who do I think the next GL is? I'm putting my money on Maz Kanata. Star of the Guardians. I think you told me that one, Grundy. Indoor Leia. Indoor Leia could work. If it's, I don't know. There's a lot of. Oh, Ringworld? No, I haven't. Oh, Dragonlance. I loved the Dragonlance series. And I'm not even serious. Like, just as a kid, one of the books that I picked up and read accidentally was a Dragonlance book, and I'm like, "This is amazing!" And then I found one recently at my local Salvation Army store. We call it Deseret Industries. DI is what we call it. But let's go Resistance and just see where this takes us. I'm not holding my breath for anything. But like, I picked one up and I was like, I'm gonna read that, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I've got to read the Resident Evil series because I want to finish it and put it in my classroom. The thought of R7 Ewoks would be terrifying and awesome at the exact same time. Like Daze and Stagger. I love my murder bears, and I've had no reason to get them up. You know, they've been, soft and cuddly for a while, and they need to get hard again. So, I did recently, I think it was in October, I read or I listened to the Mistborn, the first Mistborn book. That's one that I've considered, like picking up. I liked it. I really liked it. I've never read anything by Brandon Sanderson before, and this was like the first time I picked anything into him, and he is clearly a prolific writer, and so, I don't know. I want to read more. I picked up, actually that's not true. I picked up another book called The Emperor's Garments or something. I forget what it was called. Something to that extent. Oh yay. See, this is what makes me happy. All right. Let's bring some stuff up real quick. But yeah, so like I'm kind of like all over the map with my reading right now. I've told myself that I am not going to that's the dirty mall right there. Mama T. I can't type for some reason. Mama T. Then we've got, who is that beautiful bald lady? Asajj. I really want a bounty hunter Asajj so bad. I want to see her in this game. I think she would be phenomenal. I think she'd just be a great character. It'd be a lot of fun. And Kira, I would love to see her. With Kira, let's bring in our other big baldy. Oh, Stormtrooper Han. Yeah, like here's the thing. Like if we do get, if it is Rebel Leia, right? If it's, you're gonna need all the Leias, right? If it's Ewok Leia, you'll need Ewoks, right? But then you'd need a couple other characters. You'll need Rex, old man Rex. The thing is, you'd have to bring in other characters that are, what do you call it? You'd have to bring in other characters that are purchasable, marquee characters that aren't in the game yet. Now, yeah, Red 5's coming in, and so we'll probably, if Red 5 the ship is I don't know, whatever, right? Marquee or legendary, it's probably a legendary event would be my thought for a ship. But then Red 5 Han, you're definitely going to need General Lando, General Han. You would need some of the Ewoks, if not a lot of them. You'd need Rex. You'd need other ships. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they could do with a Princess Leia of Endor, right? Here's my thing, right? The last couple of characters that came out, right? We're getting Trench. And that doesn't necessarily indicate, because actually that doesn't indicate anything leaning towards a separatist style galactic legend. We should get one. We should. We don't have one. We would need one. But you've got Zori Bliss, right? It's the marquee. It's that first marquee. And I ask myself, it's like, well, what are the other characters that come out, right? I just think that Lord Tyrannus would be awesome. There's a lot they could pull from a Lord Tyrannus. That's, ooh, man, I just got goosebumps. Lord Tyrannus would be dope, hands down. I would love to see Lord Tyrannus. Let's see. I want to bring up Mando and then Boca. Let's do this. Let's go with the Sith Empire. And I'm going to do this. It's probably not the right mix. Let's see. First Order. Point, they gain tenacity up and potency. Let's put this one on him. Lord Tyrannus would be dope. I think what we'll see is not what we'll see. I think it'll depend on what we see in the coming weeks, right? In the coming marquee events. If they go, I don't know, old new Star Wars, then Maz Kanata. Almost guaranteed. If they continue down the new Republic, First Order, Resistance era of stuff, guarantee it'll be Maz Kanata. In fact, I do think Maz Kanata will eventually be a galactic legend, whether or not we get one now, right? I would love to see one Rebel era. I would love to see more that are not Force users. And yeah, Leia was a Force user, but like that wouldn't be in her kit, you know. That's not something that she was dealing with at the time. She was still, you know, crushing on her brother for a bit, you know. So you're definitely not going to get a kit of Leia being a Force sensitive. I could see Revan. I could see a redeemed Revan, you know, where you have light side, dark side Revan, you have all the KOTOR stuff. I don't know. I think it'll be Darksaber Mando as well, right? From the sequel stuff. Absolutely. You could see that. I don't know if Darksaber Mando though is Galactic Legends worthy. Don't murder me for saying that. But like, who are we looking at? Asajj? Like, I don't know. Not yet. He's not. You know? He's a great character. And I want to see more of him. But I'm just not feeling that he's going to be Mando. The Galactic Legends. I don't know. I mean, it like I see Grogu with a lightsaber. I still love that image of Grogu in full. I'm sure that you guys have seen it, and I won't look for it now. But like, it's Grogu wearing full armor as like an adult Grogu. He's got the sword, he's got the guns, and he's just walking around wearing full armor as a Mando. You know, it's such a cool picture. I don't know who did it. It's fan drawn, of course, but like I don't know. I don't see that. I do absolutely want them to move away from, you know, new canon, you know, maybe not new canon, but like the sequel era. I'm done with the sequel era for now, you know, until Mando fixes it, because I do believe that that's what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing. I don't think they're trying to, I don't know, what do you call it? I don't think they're trying to do the revamp of it. they're not gonna whitewash it, right? They're gonna make the content to where it all makes sense in the universe. Now, the fact that the Ahsoka series is using the world between worlds quite possibly incredibly heavily is interesting, because it opens up a ton of storylines, like massive amounts of storylines. So that'll be interesting for sure. You know what I'm gonna do right here? I'm gonna go dash Rendar. Time to meet the Hutt cartel. Let's bring in my bounty hunters. So I don't know. Like I'm really curious. I do think a GL is probably coming. My guess would be April or probably towards May. May would give enough people to time to farm Jabba. Not completely, obviously, but enough to where they're committed to where if they want to get something else, it's going to cost them, right? And so I think that, you know, I think that'll be something that makes a lot of sense to me, right? Where can they make the most money? Right? I don't know, man. It's... So Rusty Jason says that as a comic fan, I'd love to see a proper Star Wars what if show would be great. Yeah. And it does kind of feel like that's the way they're going with this Ahsoka series. It definitely feels like a what if show. You know? What if Ahsoka didn't do this? Or what if, you know, and I think it's very possible. Let's do these guys. This might be overkill, but whatever. But no, I think that there's a lot of possibility there. And keep in mind, though, that they never do the stuff that's out now. It's always 6 months to a year behind. And so, like, I see them, you know, I see more from the Book of Boba Fett. I see more from season 2 of Mando. I see Bad Batch, you know. Although we do have most of the stuff from the Bad Batch. I could see Dr. Pershing making a visit, not as a galactic legend, obviously, that would be ridiculous, but like just making an appearance, because he would be not only an Imperial character, but he'd be an Imperial remnant character, which is something we don't have a lot of right now, which is very interesting. You know, like, what are they going to do and how are they going to go about doing it? And I think that could definitely be something that we see more Imperial remnants. Now, who was it? Rusty Jason? Thrawn. Now, I'm still on the train that Thrawn is not going to be the bad guy. He is a pragmatist, but he's not. He is a... What if Windu turned? Oh, what if Windu turned and not Dooku? Can you imagine? Oh, the carnage that would have Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. That's a terrifying thought. What if Luke killed Vader and turned, right? That's scary. Like, those are scary thoughts, man. I don't want to contemplate that. Who am I going up against? What's happening here? I'm too busy reading the chats. All right, so let's do home one first. And For home one, I'm gonna bring in this fella. But there are, like, that's the thing. There's a lot of different things that can be done in the Ahsoka show, and I'm really curious about what happens with them, because, like, the World Between Worlds is gonna play, from all reports, a huge role. So I'm very curious to see what happens on that one. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, I get that Thrawn is alive, Thrawn is thriving, but in the Star Wars that Timothy Zahn has created, this new version of Thrawn, to call him a softer, gentler Thrawn is wrong and absolutely misleading. Because he's not. He is just as deadly, just as dangerous as the Thrawn we knew in an old canon, right? Oh man, I was hoping for the kill shot. I'm just gonna bring him in. Did he bring in another character? What was that? It was just a home one attack. The new Thrawn was more pragmatic. He wasn't as vindictive. Now, here's the thing. In old canon, you have Thrawn growing up Empire a little bit, but really the Thrawn that comes in is the final Thrawn, right? Imperial remnant. I'm the the man now, and he was going to finish what kind of Palpatine started. But that's not the Thrawn that we have in modern canon, because the Thrawn that we have in modern canon is way more focused on saving his own people, right? Now, if his own people are gone, then I could absolutely see the Thrawn that was an OG canon, right? What happens if, because Thrawn was in the Empire, his people were destroyed, and now he's not only an outsider in an Imperial world, he's the alien that is the Chiss kind of a thing, but also, like, what if that Thrawn had kind of lost his mind? He's still brilliant, still Sherlock Holmesian, or I guess Moriarty-like, in the sense that he's capable of great damage and destruction. But what if he's lost his sanity? Instead of, like, to help to bring peace, he is like, I'm going to defeat my foes at all costs, which is kind of the Thrawn that we saw in Heir to the Empire, right? Now, that would make a ton of sense if his people were then devastated, and it's like, okay, what do we do, right? What's going to happen now that we have nothing left? He has nothing left. I could totally see that. I could totally see that Thrawn making a resurgence. But as it stands, the Thrawn that was in Star Wars, Thrawn alliances, Thrawn treason, Thrawn, the other ones, the Chiss Ascendancy series, like all of that Thrawn is more about protecting his people. Even to the fact that, like, he wasn't a guy that took innocent life if he didn't have to. But I don't know, man. I really like Thrawn. I don't think he's the bad guy. So if you go back and you watch the Mandalorian series, or the trailer for it, it says you've got that guy who's like, hey, there's something coming, and if we're not prepared for it, then it's gonna it'll be too late. I don't know if that's Thrawn. I think that is what Thrawn is trying to fight in that part of the Outer Rim. Maybe it's not the Grisk, right? And and for those of you who haven't read the Ascendancy series, the Grisk are the modern equivalent of the Yuuzhan Vong. And so like it makes a lot of sense for them to bring something else in, retitle it, so it's not like, oh, hey, you're just reskinning this. They would be, but it would be the same. It would be different, right? And people would still love it. All right. 2030, that's totally beatable. Grundy says, but would Gideon be working with them? I think Gideon's working on his own. I think Gideon may have been working with like Snoke. I think that's where they're going to go with it, right? Now, the only thing that I see that could be potentially different is whatever information we get from the Jedi Survivor video game. I think that video game will be telling in where the future of kind of like modern canon goes. So I'm really excited for that one. So, all right, but 2030, let's wrap it up. I've got some grading to do. Let me show you guys where I'm at. I still focusing on Kira. She's almost up. Seventh sister, second sister. I'm there 2-3 more weeks at the very least, and then I don't know. And then I'm gonna hit up the other Inquisitors. They'll be the ones that I'm farming, but I am gonna make an attempt at Mr. Trench here. It is way too challenging. I don't think that I'll be able to fully unlock him in this round, because I don't think you can. I think it's like 2 rounds that you unlock him at. But I want to get the most shards for Trench that I possibly can get. I do worry though, because as awesome as I think Trench is going to be, he's got a ship coming with him, and that's going to be a whole thing. What's going to be required for a ship? Who's going to be required for the ship? That's so frustrating. I'd have to go back and look at how the profundity was introduced, because like I still don't have Malgus, I still don't have Ben Solo, and in the past what I've done is I've used the currency of that event to actually unlock relics, relic materials, so that it'd be easier for me to get those characters that I need up. But because, like I said, I'm in this weird limbo place, like I think I'm gonna go for Trench. I'm gonna put the spurs to him. I mean that literally. I've got some spurs in the back. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great start of the week. We will be streaming again on Tuesday, where we are going to cover we're going to cover the last 2 episodes of Star Wars The Bad Batch. Very excited. Join us. It's 9 Mountain Standard Time, 11 Eastern. Paul, myself, and the Nev will be talking Bad Batch episodes 3 and 4. Very excited to talk about both of these episodes. They're going to be awesome. And then I might be doing some streaming on Wednesday night as someone asked me. So we'll see what we can do. So this has been Thaddeus. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and